Hey guys, gals, non-binary past, and all my friends and folks out there. Welcome back to a Let's Talk. Don't mind me, I am popping some gum right now. My goodness. It has been an interesting week last week, Now it's Monday. Thank goodness. I passed what I would call my endless Sunday because Sunday literally never ended. And yeah, got all my videos uploaded. I feel accomplished. I feel great. I feel good, In all honesty, I'm kind of glad, I got band rehearsal tonight, and as of late, and everything I've been doing, I have been telling stories. And not just any stories, really. But the stories that I've been telling within my stories have been the tales of old. Now, the tales of old could literally range from anything. Like Greek gods to war heroes and Achilles, I guess. There's also about Greek gods to old childhood tales and to, I guess, glorified versions of all of those, I guess, true stories turned into myths, into legends. The change that comes about. I've been telling tales of old for all different types of motives and hanging around a campfire. Now, for essence and context, this works within my stories that I'm currently doing because they're all stuck out in the woods. That's not really a spoiler warning for anybody who's currently reading Focus, but, well, if you're not up to date, that kind of is, but it's not. So, anyway, sorry for the background noise. I think the main reason why I'm doing it is because there's somewhat glorified feel-good stories, And it's the end of summer already. And heck, we've been past the middle of the year. We done. Before you know it, it's the winter holidays. Before you know it, it's next year. Before you know it, you're in the next grade. Before you know it, you're driving. Before you know it, your kid is driving. It's absolutely insane. And all the things that have happened to you in the last couple of years, those all become your tales of old. Those all become the stories that you tell everybody to listen to while you're in the car, or you gather around a campfire, or you're just out in the woods and you're talking and you feel like you're on this earthful, maybe mid-Atlantic adventure, and it's amazing and it's so cool. And I'm just thinking, what about these stories makes them so interesting, so gravitating, so capturing that the fact is that even when you've heard them told, it's always even better when you hear them be told to you again and again. You could just come back to these. And I feel like that's because they're memories. These types of stories of old don't have to have a certain vibe to them. Yes, one could feel like it's coming out of some epic, amazing trilogy arc, and something else could literally feel like it's just a small, silly story that you tell your friends about you and your brother, or, something weird that happened. they don't always have to be about somebody killing a dragon. But it does have to always be about the bold and the brave of the heart. That's what makes them so heartwarming. When somebody does something, which means they're going out of their way to help you, it warms our heart, right? It's like, wow, that is not some superficial gesture of love. It's something that somebody chose to literally do for you. They chose to make a sacrifice to let you do this instead. No matter how big or small it is, it still means so much to you in your heart. No matter how high the stakes are in danger, it doesn't matter. It still warms your heart. And they're still funny and they're still lighthearted. Or sometimes they're about the ghosts and legends of past. But there's always this brave hero who isn't really trying to be a hero. They're just doing their best to do the right thing. So when they do, they do. When they mess up sometimes, they mess up. But that's all part of the show. You know, and I think that's what makes everything kind of go. Everybody feels so good when they get to see that moment in the show. The moment where the hero realizes that they're not so bad of a person or a character after all. They may fuck up and they may make mistakes, but they're not a terrible person at the end of the day. And while you can recognize that the whole entire time, sometimes you can't recognize that in you. And the hero has the same point of view. They aren't really here for the blades, the glory, the blazing glory. They're just here because they want to do the right thing. They need to do the right thing. You know? And it's not about ethics to them. It's just about morals. It's just about being a good person. And they were just raised the way that they were raised. And that's just why they are the way they are. Things just happen to these people. And when you hear their backstories, it's so amazing. Amazing in the way of art that when you write them, when you sing them, when you tell these tales of old from your own life, you can tell them in so many different, bold, new, fascinating ways. You know, classic literature and dark or light academia, all of those things are just campfire stories. All of those things are just stories of our own, maybe with higher stakes, that pretty much gets across the fact of this one rule of morality or ethics. But when we realize that all that is just here, with inside ourselves, we realize that our life is pretty cool after all. We realize that we have our own decisions to make, and that just like those heroes, we can be brave and bold every single day. And the best thing about a campfire is that it's just that you feel open to each other. You're part of a community. You're sitting down, roasting marshmallows or whatever. You're having fun. Maybe you're watching a movie. Maybe you're doing that. Maybe you're dancing. Maybe you're singing. But you tell your tales of old. You tell all of your stories. You tell all the ages of you being bold in all many different ways with so many different storytellers. And you party and you just dance and you have fun. And maybe that's the best thing. That's the one. That is the thing about having campfires. You tell your tales of old, and nobody judges. Nobody judges. Nobody can judge. They just listen. They listen and learn, and they have fun. They have a laugh. They have a drink. Maybe you have apple cider or whatever. You just make the moments count and last. That's the thing about a really good campfire song, or some poetry that you've written, that you share on a campfire with somebody, someone. People at a campfire are there to be free and to learn. They're there to gather around and to hang out with each other. They're there to have fun, and they're there to listen to tales of old. They're there because they're willing to be there. They're there for the community. And it's a way that you can celebrate yourselves. It's a way that you can celebrate the world, all within your own community. Campfires are the best things in stories, because no matter what they do, they will always give you a sense of closure and clarity. And not just a sense of it, but they will give you it fully. There will never be a campfire with somebody where you don't meet someone who's gone through one of the same things like you have and shares a story so brave and bold that makes you relate. But then you don't do anything. There will never be a campfire like that. Because when you go to a campfire, you go there for the legends and the tales of old. And you go there to have fun, to be free, to dance, to laugh, to sing, to celebrate who you are in a whole sense with everybody in your community. You go there to dance and to be wild and be free. You go there to be with your friends or your family. You go there to hang out. You don't go for maybe everybody else sometimes, but you really just go for you. You don't go for me. You don't go for that dude over there. You want to hang out with your friends. You want to do that. Your friends want to hang out with you. You decide if you want to hang out with them as well. Heck, okay, you don't want to go out when your friends are driving you crazy. Don't. But if they're driving you crazy about all the right things, sometimes it is good to go out. And when you do, you see something. And at it, when you have that moment where everybody's just sitting around the campfire, on the globe, and they're watching it, or they're reading it, teaching it, talking about it, hearing and singing it. That's what makes the arts. It's the showing of tales of old. Maybe of tales at the same exact time, but that's what a campfire is. Gathering around to see that in a community. Making things that will make people do that. But sharing a story for a campfire is one of the most important things. When you have this yellow glow and campfire feeling in your heart, expressing it through art makes the world need to have their campfire moment. And it allows them to do that in a way that is so treasurably unique. When you celebrate all your accomplishments with everyone around you, not just within, you feel even more accomplished than you were thinking. Because now you know that you've done all those things. And those things are amazing. And heck, yeah, in your head you're like, yeah, I've done it. But when your people point it out sometimes, you can see it more clearly. Honestly, what I'm saying is that this week, maybe it's not always being the best and the baddest at work or at school. Maybe sometimes it's just about having a week. It's all about campfires. Maybe it's just about having fun sometimes. Being chill. Telling your tales of old in your ways. And being bold and brave in heart. And maybe sometimes it's about that storytelling art. That is what I leave you with. Campfire.